Well, guys, I came up with a solution for something on my tank. And you see there's a little bit of fringe right here. That's just enough, you know. That way it doesn't overtake the tank too much. And this is double-sided, taped down. And what I did is I burned the edges a little bit. I burned the edges with, actually what I did is I burned them with a torch. You know, and I redid the tail fringe. This was one of the pieces I had left over from the mirrors. I took this off because it was getting in the way of my mirror. So, you know, that's how I have to do it, guys, you know. That's how I do it. That's just enough. The fringe on the bags is working out. It's not getting away the pulley too much. That's working out real good like that. The fringe on the sides of the electronic box, that's working out. I'm not going to cut these. You know, it does require a little bit of being careful, but, and you see, I made a different one for the mud flap down there. Those are a little longer, a little wider. That fringe is working out. That doesn't get tangled up in nothing. The headlight doesn't get tangled up in nothing. That's working out. So, yeah. There's basically nothing more I can do to this. I'm going to have a tough winter. Well, you know what I'll do this winter? I'll polish up the engine like I did last year. That's all. I'll just detail it real good. I dreamed about putting a Metzler in the back. That tire is still good. So, okay, guys, check it out. Welcome to the Ben Rosslin fucking burger of the School of Motherfuck. I want all of you to understand that the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to lose like a motherfucker when they play the Browns this motherfucking 31st. They're going to lose, and they're going to lose big time bad. Oh yeah, baby. I'm going to be jacking off to watch them fucking lose like that. With my big motherfucking 24-inch long candy cane cock. Some of you ask me, why do I have those two crosses over there in the corner? Well, there is a reason for that, guys, and the reason is... Now, let me go a little closer and I'll explain. You see...
the next decade of your life is going to be because it's...
First of all, those two crosses are the crosses that are in my grandmother's and my other grandmother's casket. And the reason why I have them in a corner is because a corner, that's where the focal point of the gravitational energy is. The same thing over in that corner over there.
I'm so fascinated with...
The same thing over in this corner. I have all three of these deities in the corner because this is where gravitational waves concentrate. This is where they focus. See there, I have my Jack Russell that died of cancer. That's my female min pin. She died of natural causes. I found that in the trash. I have two of those. I found both those in the trash. All my dogs were cremated. This is my Jack Russell's ashes. These are all my min pins.
Always reaching for a new sound.
There's ashes in there, ashes on top of there, ashes in there. There's another bag of ashes back there. So yeah, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm pretty sure there has to be 5 bags of ashes. I might sprinkle them someday if I move up the Maine. If I move up the Maine, I might sprinkle them across the countryside up in Maine.
He's also produced music, released.
This I also found in the trash. That's a Picasso print. That's probably worth like $300. It's not really worth that much. All this stuff over here, I found all this in the trash too. The candles, the shoes, everything, guys. Everything you see here, except for that wizard. That we bought down in the Outer Banks in the country store. No, I think it's called the Farmer's Daughter's Country Store. That's handmade. That's probably about 15 years old. But like, that's a bank. That elephant, that's a bank. I found that in the trash. That in the trash, that in the trash, that in the trash. The elephants, the other African figure. This is from a tribe. This is actually worth maybe $200-300 itself. I found that in the trash. Found that painting in the trash. You'd be surprised the stuff people throw out. You would be surprised. The stuff people throw in the garbage. See, I got my little extractor down there. But that's the reason why I have these in the corner. This is where the gravitational waves concentrate in corners. So the blessings and the power of these crucifixes are at their maximum protective effect by being in the corner like that. She's resting now because I gave him a hamburger, but she just pulled out all the fill from the corner of that easy chair. It doesn't matter. These need to be thrown out. I got this used a long time ago, so we're going to probably, I might get a better recliner for my wife. I have these two for sale on eBay. So far, nobody wants them. No one's going to buy them. That other big screen TV, I might make like a man cave in my basement, because right now I just have it sitting, you know, and it's a nice TV too, so I might make like a man cave downstairs with that. Put a rug down there or something, you know. That way when we go to sell the house, you know, at least it'll look like, you know, this is what you can do with this room. You stupid motherfucker, you know. Well, it's the way people are. I mean, man, if you don't show them ideas, they don't think of nothing. You know, because people are like robots today. They're all, you know, guys, if you don't believe in my theory that everything is already pre-done in the universe, you're mistaken, because it is. Trust me. Everything, no matter what you do, the universe already made it happen in the future. You have no control over your life or your future. Everything you did is already happened. No matter how you try to change it, the universe made that happen. I actually thought of the equation for that. I'm very close. I hit the Powerball. I used that equation on the Powerball. I hit the Powerball itself, not the whole Powerball, but the Powerball numbers, 5 times with that equation. Before I started using that, I never used to win on the lottery. And then I thought of this because I fully believe in that. I fully believe that the future is already taken. It's already pre-made. This is just how it works. The way I believe it works, my theory on the way time works, is there is no present. There's only a past and a future. Since the future is made by whatever made the universe, which is God, the creator, there's a past. Your present is now, so there's no present, because the present is also a future, so there's no present. So the universe basically creates a future and the past. The past comes first, future comes second. There is no present. Your present is the primer of the future. Now, the equation I thought of, I'm not going to tell you guys that. But with the equation and with past activities, I calculate those two, and it gives me future events. In my case, I'm using it to try to find out what's going to happen to me to protect myself and to try to crack the Powerball. That's what I'm using it for, guys. Next time you go down a road, look at your surroundings. Everything's a count. Every single thing relies on mathematics, including your own body. Your own body has a number of cells in it. Your heart beats a number of times. You have a number of eyes, a count of fingers, a count of arms. Every single thing that exists in this world is counted by mathematics. So you try to tell me that that does not govern everything? You're crazy. It, of course, governs everything. And I am really starting to pay attention to that, and I'm starting to use that on every single thing there is. So far with the big dog, I have the big dog for sale. I'm asking $11,000 for that. I'm not budging from that price. I believe it's actually worth more than $11,000. I'm not going to let that go for less than $11,000. I have it for sale. There's two people, like I told you, the two Jag-offs. I haven't heard from them since. I guess they want me to kiss their ass, which I'm not going to kiss their ass. If they want the bike, you know what, you come like a tootie, or you don't come at all. So far, there's over 350 people looked at my motorcycle for sale. And, of course, nobody has come forward yet. You know, hey, can I take a look at it? I had it for sale on Facebook Marketplace I think it was about 2 months ago. This one guy wanted to trade me I think it was a 1990 or 1991 Corvette, which I hate that model. I despise that model. If it was maybe a 77 or a 78 or 79, I might have thought of it, depending on what condition the vet was in. You know, because I think the 77 had the rear window. That was the last year for the rear window fins, and then they started with a big piece of glass in the back. That was a 78 and 79. You know, depending if it was in good shape and everything worked and it wasn't tore up, I might have just did that, because I love fucking Corvettes. But that new model, I do not like the new model. I mean, the models they have now, yeah, I like them. But the model, the generation before this new design, they're hideous. I just don't like them at all. But that's what I had. I had a lot of people look. There was like 500-600 people looked at it on the Facebook Marketplace, and one guy wanted me to trade him a fucking car, the 90 Corvette, or as a 91. That's what he wanted to do. And I didn't even answer him back. But yeah, I think I'm done with the big dog. There's really nothing more I can do to it. You know, I basically did everything possible that I think I'd like done, including that section on the tank. And yeah, guys, there's not even one freaking person that's interested in it. I've had that up for sale now for what, over a month. I have like maybe 20 days to go. Once the 20 days expires, I'm taking the ad. I'm not going to run the ad again. I'm not running it again. Because, the thing is, yeah, when you sell something, yeah, the money would be nice to have. I can put a roof on my house. But after I spend the money on the roof, okay, your roof's done, which I could get it done some other way. And I no longer have the money or the motorcycle. I can't get another one of those. I'll never be able to find another one of those. Not with that low miles. When I got that, it had 1,200 miles. I think it had 1,150 miles on it when I got it. Now I have 4,750 miles. I'll probably never put 10,000 miles on that. I'll never put 10,000 miles on it. Never. Because the thing is the gas mileage is so bad, you can't really go long distances on it. And it's made just for like a cruising up and down the beach road, like if I lived down in Florida, that's what it'd be made for. And then where I live here, it's like right now it's raining. The rain started. It's going down like 35 every night, so I don't even think I'll go on another ride with it again until next year. And then the traffic around here is so bad. The traffic around here is worse than it's ever been in my entire life. It is, guys, you have no idea how messed up it is, how fucked up it is around Western Pennsylvania. You have no idea. This is worse than Los Angeles around here. And the reason why, I know you're saying, oh, you don't know Los Angeles traffic. No. I know Los Angeles traffic. But you guys don't understand Western Pennsylvania. We have hills here, and a lot of them. And we have very little roads here. Okay? You have probably 2.5 million people every day commute into Pittsburgh. Put those numbers together and you'll understand what I'm talking about. We have very little. Well, what we have here is one highway going into Pittsburgh, and that's a 2-lane. And that's actually rated for 45 miles an hour, which everyone does 70 or 80 on it. Then we have Route 279, that's the only highway leaving the area. And that's rated at 55 miles an hour. So you have 2.5 million people every day coming in and out. Figure it out. What people do around here is they go through alleys. They're coming out of alleys. They're coming out of parking lots. They're shooting through parking lots. They're shooting through neighborhood roads where kids are walking to school, waiting for a school bus, literally going 60, 70 miles an hour down these neighborhood streets. I'm not shitting you. Saturdays and Sundays are even worse than the weekdays. Because all those people, they're now off and they're going to do their shopping. So the traffic is literally at a standstill on Saturdays and Sundays. So that means you can't even go for a cruise around here. Unless if you go north, up toward Butler, PA. That's the only place you can cruise. And that's booked up because you have all the white snobs from Cranberry Township and the Wexford area and Zillionople that are coming down to go shopping at the big malls. So those are booked up, but not as bad, but they're still bumper to bumper. Like Cranberry Township, Swickley, Zillionople, Valencia, PA. That's where all the white snobs live, and they come out on the weekdays to do shopping. So see what happened here. Pittsburgh used to have 1.5 million people that lived in Pittsburgh. Now, most of the white population started fleeing from the black population in Pittsburgh. And the population went down to about 400,000. The amount of people that fled Pittsburgh were mostly white. And they ran from the black population because they were starting to basically come in from Ohio. And this is all 100% truth. I'm not making this up. So the whites fled because they were scared of the blacks that moved to Pittsburgh. And you had probably about half of the population fled, and they started moving to like Shaler Township, Wexford, PA, Sewickley, PA, Valencia, PA, Cranberry Township, PA, Zelienople, PA. Those towns are, those areas are, it's like Zelienople, that's probably about maybe a 40-minute ride to Pittsburgh. So all these white snobs now that live out of Pittsburgh area, they have to come into Pittsburgh to work because they work in Allegheny County and they work around Pittsburgh. So you're having all these hundreds of thousands of white snobs commuting from those outlying areas into Pittsburgh, which has very little roads and all these hills. So you can imagine how bad it is. That's why I told you it's worse than Los Angeles. Now, come winter, it's a nightmare because you have all these hills. The hills get snowed up, they get iced up, and there's wrecks everywhere because these people are in a rush. They don't give themselves enough time to get to work. They're hot and they're hot-headed and they're impatient from the get-go. So there's going to be, it literally looks like a figure-8 demolition race in the wintertime around here. It literally looks like that. There's wrecks everywhere. So I hope you guys like what I did to the tank and a little tour I gave you in my living room. And take it easy.